1-minute sketches. Now let's bring in another value now, a lighter value, and let's see what we can do with this gray now. That's almost a little bit too light, so I'll put a little bit of dark in there. And it's a cooler color, that's alright. See, now I want to blend this in a little bit with the prior, so maybe I did make it too light because a lot of this is going to get mixed in and turn darker anyway. See, now you can see in this bigger area on the buttocks here, trying to round it so we can get it looking more 3D form, developing our form, I guess is the official art term for it. Now let's pull in a little bit of this orangish color. And let's start adding a little bit. That might be a little bit too orange. Colors are coming out real nice. If you mix your own colors in this, instead of always going straight for the earth tones, you're going to get nicer, more vibrant impression style, I guess. I'm not looking to go Renaissance here and use all my earth tone colors and try to get exact skins and all that. Let's get some gray in here. Except now it's got a little bit of yellow on it, in it. Don't get yourself hung up in one area too much. These are just nice sketches for you to practice your values and try to get your value right. And really what it really does is it practices mixing these paints so they don't get muddy looking. Just using the three colors, the three primaries, as your base. And we'll go back with a smaller brush here in a minute. Highlight a little bit better maybe. Alright, let me switch to this medium brush, medium size, and let's pull in, let's tap just a hair of this. Like I said, you can't use too much medium and get it too thin, or because you're working on newsprint. Now you can start getting a little bit more detail, but you're not trying to get too detailed on these type paintings. Now you can put in some lights where you think that. The thing about this, I guess, when you're making your own lights, I know a lot of books say don't do that, always use a reference because you'll always be wrong, but this really gets you thinking about where it is on the body and how it's going to hit. So it's good practice. Anytime you're painting is good practice. Too many people get hung up on, I've got to make a great painting every time I paint. And they get frustrated that way. Well, this way with newsprint, you can do this, have some fun with it, try out the different colors. Now let's make a little green here with my yellow and the blue. Take a little bit of this white in here. Let's see, where was it? It was making some. Can't really get my brush because I want to stay out of your way. So I can't really get a good feel for how I want the paint to go on. And just kind of loosely, just fill in the space. So the overall composition is looking a little bit too cool colors, I think. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take a little bit of the alizarin crimson. And I'm going to go back in and highlight some of these areas that need with a little bit of crimson. You can see it better. That'll certainly heat up the action in here. Remember where your lines are. Kind of went over them a little bit. Got an ankle bone down here somewhere. So what you can do by practicing these is you take your 1-minute sketches and you make them into like 10-minute paintings just to practice. Now I want a tip of really dark blue, my ultramarine, and I'll put that in a few places too, just to have some fun. See, this way, by doing these, you don't get all frustrated. You just have some fun. Remember, in your line, just start to think about the bones and the muscles. And your main goal, just try to get your proportions right. But remember, it's only you only had 1 minute to do these sketches. So you start doing them, painting from longer sketches, you get too involved and think you have to make a perfect painting again. Just try to remember where your shoulders fall. This way you can go back where the belly comes in, chest. Doesn't even matter whether these are male or female. And just have some fun with it. I'll just dab a little bit of real red there. Looks like it could use some dark though.